Gender roles govern the sexes. That may seem like a strange claim in the post-modernity of the 21st century, but it's true and inescapable. It has also been fundamentally understood for the better part of human history. Study the major cultures and kingdoms of world history, and you will find irrefutable evidence that men have predominantly led society. Whether it was men leading the family, the state, or the church, society has long been imbued with patriarchal tendencies because that's the way God has designed the world. Men are to lead, especially within the church. The very fact that men and women have been created differently by God should give us pause and contemplation. Men have been created by God and equipped to perform very specific functions, while women have also been created by God and equipped to perform very specific functions. While there is some overlap between the sexes, both, after all, are capable of walking, eating, talking, etc., the physiology of men and women makes it abundantly clear that the teleology of the sexes is imbued within the Creator's design for them. Women are equipped to bear, nurture, and raise children. Weaker than men, they are nonetheless equipped to help man in the mission that the Lord has entrusted him with. Man, as the stronger sex, is equipped to conquer and take dominion of the world through the spread of the gospel, provide for his family, and defend his wife and children. Things have turned on their heads when men think they can bear children and women believe they are stronger than men. When it comes to healthy churches, and even Orthodox churches, it is essential that strong and biblically qualified men fill the pulpits and shepherd the flocks entrusted to their care. There simply is no place for a woman in the pulpit. It is a stark denial of gender roles to say otherwise. Yet, many do try to say otherwise. Many churches across the Western world have adopted a pragmatic attitude wherein they attempt to appease and fit in with the world's standards. As feminism has run rampant over secular society, it has slowly encroached the church. Rather than fighting it off, many have been duped into believing the lie that modern man knows better than God. Instead of strongly clinging to the pulpit, men have believed the deception that anything a man can do, a woman can do better. The result has been chaos and deterioration. In fact, one mark of a deteriorating society is sexual decadence, and that always begins with a subversion of the roles of men and women. Consider the wisdom of Italian history professor Roberto di Mattei, who rightly noted that the collapse of the Roman Empire and the arrival of the barbarians was due to the spread of homosexuality. The Roman colony of Carthage was a paradise for homosexuals, and they infected many others. Why was Carthage able to infect others with the sinful spread of homosexuality? Because men were no longer behaving as men within masculine roles. Gender roles were ignored. And we see the same thing happening within many denominations across the West. As soon as gender roles are ignored and women take to the pulpits, it is not long until the rainbow flag flies proudly in front of the church to celebrate the LGBTQ+ community. It was not just the ancient world that suffered from sexual decadence. The medieval world suffered deterioration too, when societal roles were ignored. In a chapter aptly titled The West Torn Apart, Jacques Barzin writes in his work From Dawn to Decadence that a major catastrophe facing the West at the turn of the 16th century was the inability of society to properly exercise the roles that God had given to govern it. Barzin writes that moral turpitude concealed a deeper trouble. The meaning of the roles had been lost. The priest, instead of being a teacher, was ignorant. The monk, instead of helping to save the world by his piety, was an idle profiteer. The bishop, instead of supervising the care of souls in his diocese, was a politician and businessman. This created a society that was ripe for reformation, much like our own day and age as well. When roles are ignored, anarchy and absurdity are the result. Decadence has come. Barzin concludes, when people accept futility and the absurd as normal, the culture is decadent. The term is not a slur, it is a technical label.